Hello, you beautiful people. We're going to do something a little bit different tonight. I was actually going to go through these on my own, and then I figured it might be interesting to look at these. So if you guys want to hang out for a little bit and see some of these records. Yeah, so basically, here's the plan. Just make sure everything is going good here. Yeah, so here's the plan. What I want to do is I basically have 3 boxes of records that I'd love to just get rid of them altogether, but there are a bunch I'm going to want to keep for different reasons. We'll go through those soon. But these are my records. Like, I have my DJ records that I'll be keeping, but these are records that are like, I don't know, that I've used for different stuff. These are more listening records than DJing records. Like, my DJing records are like remixes and all that stuff, and stuff for DJ sets. But these records are more, you're gonna notice like my tastes in music are very, very varied. These are from a long time ago. I actually haven't gone through these in a long time, but they're records that I acquired over my life. So basically, some of them I noticed one real quick by looking real quickly that belonged to my mom. So some of these are gonna be like 70s, but mostly 80s. I'm guessing maybe a little bit of 90s. I'm guessing most of it is 80s stuff, but you'll notice like all kinds of ranges. Like, I've never been somebody who likes just one style of music. So there's some weird stuff in here. There's some heavy stuff. There's probably, I don't know, country music or something. I've never really been into it, but there are a few things I liked here and there. So there's a lot of like pop stuff, and a lot of albums that you'll know, but probably some stuff that you've never heard of. Anyways, there's some interesting stuff in there. What I want to do is I want to try to get, I'm not going to go through all these tonight, but I'd like to get, like, I have 3 boxes, but mostly 2 that are like this. The other one I'm going to have to listen to a lot more stuff. This one, when I pull out a record, I know what it is. And, yeah, so I'm going to try to figure out which ones I'm going to keep, which ones I'm going to get rid of. And I don't know. I thought it might be fun to look at this stuff with you guys because, there's some interesting stuff in here. So I'm going to switch out to this one here. I'm trying this new camera. I'm hoping it will work. I'm hoping it'll, I don't know. Some people say it does overheat over time. We should be okay. But so this first one, so I'm going to start with what was in the thumbnail. The YouTube gurus would say that's not the best idea for retention, but anyways, I don't care. So this record, it's really interesting because I actually hesitated with it. I took it out earlier to take the picture for the thumbnail, and then I've been thinking about it ever since because, okay, I don't think I've ever even listened to it. It's not a KTEL record, but it's one of those advertised on TV. But the interesting thing that I noticed when looking at the record itself, it says Ronco Records. And if you guys know 70s stuff, 80s, yeah, probably 80s, Ronco was, as far as I remember, it was like an infomercial company. Like, they sold knives and stuff. I guess they jumped into the record world. There was something called KTEL, which were actually my first album ever that I bought was Electric North from KTEL, which was all Canadian music. But they would do these compilations. So you'd buy this album of like maybe 15 of like all of the biggest tracks right now instead of going and buying the singles and whatever. So this is a compilation as well. So it's not one artist. You can tell. Hold on. I'm just going to get the record back in here. And so you can tell Hall & Oates, whatever. So there's the list of tracks back here. Like Toto 99, I'm not even sure that I know that song. Like, Africa's the one we all know. But I don't know. A bunch of these artists I don't know. Wait for Me, Daryl Hall, and John Oates. Like, I know Hall & Oates very well, but I can't even place that song. Maybe if I heard it. But what I was thinking, Ladies Night from Kool and the Gang, that's a big one. And so I was thinking, should I keep this one or not? And I hesitated because just the whole Ronco thing, I'm like, it's sort of interesting, but I know I've never listened to it. And I checked Discogs real quick, and they sell for like $5. So if ever I really regretted it. So I think this one's going to be no more. I don't know where to put these. I think I'll stack them here, but we'll have a problem when we get to the second box. Okay, so the second one is ABBA, Honey Honey. And again, I don't remember ever listening to this album. It's not even the... Oh, sorry, I've got too far on the side here, but I don't even recognize any of these songs. Like, I'm sure I'd know them by hearing them, but... Anyways, yeah. So this won't be... So 1973. So I guess there is some 70s stuff in here. I don't even, like... I don't remember even having this record, but... Okay, another ABBA. ABBA Live. Let's see what's on this one. Okay, this is Dancing Queen, Take a Chance on Me, I Have a Dream. Okay, this is all the big songs. Chiquitita, Does Your Mother Know, Thank You for the Music, Fernando, Gimme. So this is basically all of their biggest songs. But the thing is, I don't really like live albums, so yeah, that one's gonna go. We're doing okay. This one's still got the plastic on it. I know I've never listened to this one either. Yeah, this is in good shape. And you can tell here, it's like a Kmart label. $5.77. Wow. Okay. They're like $30 now for new albums. Okay, Mamma Mia. Anyways, a bunch of songs on here. But if I listen to ABBA, like the thing is for me, if it's stuff that I can mix into stuff, it's not too bad. Actually, yeah, I'm trying to think. Dancing Queen might not be bad to have on vinyl, but is it even on here? No, I don't think it is. Anyways, it's one of these albums that, because I've never listened to it, I'm going to assume that I don't want it. I've been using, what is it, the Dana K. White, her decluttering method. I've been trying to use that for my stuff lately. So anyways, this one I have no idea why it's in here. And there's a letter M on here, and I'm not sure if that's because it belongs to my cousin, Mario, or I don't know why that's in here, because it really should be in with all of these other things. So I'm going to put it there, but excuse me. So, okay, now we're going from ABBA to ABBA to AC/DC. Back in Black. This actually... See, this is going to be a tough one, because this I could really scratch into stuff. Like I could have that in, like, use this in for DJing stuff, but because it's got Back in Black, it's got You Shook Me All Night Long. Man. Okay, this is going to be a tough decision. This may be a keep. I wonder if I should have a maybe pile. Okay, another AC/DC, but this one really had only one hit. Thunderstruck was the only one that I really knew on here. I'm sure if you're really into AC/DC, you'll know a lot of these other ones, but I do not. And I'm not going to keep that one. Bryan Adams, Cuts Like a Knife. Okay, I went to his concert, I don't know, like a month ago, and it was still very good. The Roll with the Punches tour or whatever. This is a tough one, because I think I'm going to keep this one. I'm trying to keep like a minimum so I can fit, like I have one of those Kallax furniture things, so you could probably see in the back. And I'm trying to keep, like, I'd love to keep these 2 boxes that I have and maybe a little more that I have. Try to compact it to like one of those blocks. So, but anyways, I think I'm going to keep that one. These are falling everywhere. Into the Fire, another Bryan Adams one. There's some good songs, but like, if I want these, I'll probably listen to them on Spotify or something. And Reckless, this is the big album. Do I want these or no? Like, that's a tough one. I might keep this one in my good pile. Do you guys know the song Take On Me, or the video from Take On Me is what most people know? Take on Me, like Sun Always Shines on TV is another good song, but yeah, I'll listen to those on Spotify as well. Air Supply, not really my, I'll listen here and there, but I don't need that on vinyl. And then this is where it gets weird. So we've got the Annie motion picture soundtrack, and The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. Seems like it's got it's got stuff from the movie and stuff. But, yeah. I'm not going to... Actually, you know what? That would be... It's tough now because this could be good for scratching into stuff. So I'll put this in the maybe pile and then we'll see. It just reminds me... This album always reminds me of my mom because... We used to have this thing where we'd call each other early in the morning and leave a voicemail before the other one woke up. Like there was a way to leave a voicemail without having the phone ring. And we'd sing that song, The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. And so when the person would wake up, like there's my mom leaving it to me or me leaving it to her, whoever woke up and heard it would have that song in their head all day. So it was sort of a little prank we used to play every day for a while. Okay, Anthrax. See again. So we're going from Annie to Hey, This World Needs a Hero. Nice to see you. We're going from Annie to Anthrax, which is like, I was gonna say heavy metal, but it doesn't really look. Oh, I think this is like heavy hip hop, like, but radio version. Live, yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna be keeping that. The Bangles, which was they were really popular in the 80s, and yeah, if I want to hear that song, Magic Monday was the only one I really liked, so I can hear it on Spotify. Okay, Walk Like an Egyptian. This is the remixes. Oh, an acapella. I always like when there's an acapella mix because I can like mix it into stuff, like drop it over another track. So I think we will keep that one. Oh, I don't even remember. Like, I didn't even remember having this. I sort of remember it now. This is not like this was in this box is like stuff I didn't listen to very. This wasn't like that great, but scratch version. I don't know. Do I keep that one? Keep that one, I guess, in the maybe pile. Okay, now it's the Beatles, and if you're a big Beatles fan, I apologize for what I'm about to say. I'm not a big Beatles fan. I don't know. I like some like it's not horrible, but I just grew up hearing it so much that I got annoyed with it, and so Beatles records are not exciting for me, but for some people they may be. So this is a greatest hits one. I wrote low sound, and I used to do that because I was DJing. I would write things like that, so if I'm playing it, I know that I have to boost the levels. And yeah, there's a lot of songs on here. That's probably why. And sound level is low. And then these people that I don't even know, Karen's, like, I don't even know who that is. Like, I don't know. I must have bought this record at a garage sale. A lot of their huge tracks, but yeah, I will never be listening to it. This one, rock and roll. I have to check though on Discogs if these are worth anything, because the Beatles ones maybe. Acapellas are good to have. You can get some clean Vox samples, of course. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing. Like I like dropping an acapella over it, but it's getting so much easier too to get stuff from sample kits and stuff, like sample packs. But Rock and Roll Music Volume 2. This looks like a reissue of like, I don't know. This just doesn't feel. This doesn't feel like an official. It is EMI and stuff. So, but anyways, I'm good without this one. What is this one? There's no name on it. I've got Hey Jude written here, so I'm assuming that's the name of the album, or maybe it's just the first track. But yeah. If you're into the Beatles, this is probably an exciting record. Actually, it looks like I don't even know if this has ever been opened. I have to check the value on here because they might be worth something or maybe not. Like a lot of the time, these records, the ones that I think are going to be worth the most are actually worth the least. Like I'll load them up and I'll go on Discogs and it's like there's 700 of them for sale from like 9 cents and up or whatever. Beatles records are excellent when you're trying to draw some inspiration writing songs. Yeah, you know what? That's an interesting. The thing is, though, I could listen to them on like, or do they have them on Spotify? I remember there was some deal about it, but I never thought about that. So I want to think of listening for inspiration because you're right. Like there's some interesting stuff in there, even though they annoy me. There's some interesting stuff in their music. This one here, 62 to 66. I don't know if this is like it seems like it's a fancy one. It's got a whole bunch of tracks. Like I don't know if you guys can see, but Love Me Do, Please Please Me. Anyways, so it's like a double album, and the sleeve. Okay, so it's like the old. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the old Beatles records. Like, I don't know if these were the original ones, but the first ones that I saw had the apple on them. Okay, I'll have to check the value on that one, but I am going to be getting rid of that one. Okay, so we're done with the Beatles category, and now it's B-52s. Okay, so I used to play this when I was a DJ for high school dances in the 80s, and we would play Rock Lobster. And everybody would like at that part where it goes down, down, down. Everybody would be like lying on the floor, and then it would start up again. And then everybody would jump. Like people would love this track. I don't know. Do I see my? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the maybe keep. This one is. I don't have a sleeve for it, but it's Boney M. Boney M. I always figure it was Boney M. It's got M again. Yeah, the ones that have M, I think those belong to my cousin. Wonder if he wants them back. Rivers of Babylon, Brown Girl in the Rain. So these are good songs. The only one I really like is this is Rough Shape though. The one I love is Rasputin, but I don't see it on here. Oh yeah, it is here. So, I don't know. This will go in the maybe. Boomtown Rats. This belonged to my mom, and I'm going to definitely keep this. She actually had gone, like, we go now to concerts and people have their phones out, but she had gone to a Bob Geldof concert and or Boomtown Rats, I think it was, but Bob Geldof was the singer. And I have some pictures that she took, but like back then you could try to sneak your camera in, but if they spotted your camera, like it was the size of a DSLR camera, if they spotted it, you would like they'd take your camera away. So it was a huge risk, and the cameras were expensive, and anyways, she risked it for that one, and it worked. She was really into photography. I would love some Beatles records, as they're the only band I can't afford. Everyone around here in my town, View Maz, they want a lot of money for me. Yeah, that's a thing. People do want a lot of money, but I have a feeling that some are tougher to find than others. Like, I don't know, like, because I remember checking the value on some of the ones I had, and they weren't like as crazy prices as I expected, but I don't know, like Discogs you might be able to find something, but then it's the shipping, like the international shipping ends up being so expensive that that's how it is for me. Anything I find, I can't buy anything on there because like the shipping is 3 times the price of the record, unless you're buying a whole bunch at once. But yeah, I hope you find some. Oh no, I'm keeping this one. I hope you find some Beatles records because they're I don't know if they're interesting records, but the good thing is there are a lot of them around. So hopefully you'll be able to track one down, or if you're traveling and you go into a music store, you could be lucky, or even I don't want to say it, not a pawn shop, one of those, the equivalent here of Goodwill and Value Village that we have in Canada, but hopefully you can find some And okay, I'd send you these, but like I said, the shipping is going to be crazy expensive. And it's just getting worse. The box. Okay, so this is the Canadian band, and for some reason I have 2 copies of the album, and I don't even need one. And this is the remix for Closer Together. I will actually keep the remix. Laura Branigan, you guys might know her. Gloria was one of her big songs, but I can listen to this on Spotify if I need to. This is Belinda Carlisle. I had the hugest crush on her growing up. And then I remember in the video for Mad About You, it was her and her boyfriend. I was like, oh, she has a boyfriend. I'm like, I don't know, probably like 12 years old, you know, thinking I had a chance with Belinda Carlisle. For some reason, I have 2 of these, but I'm going to keep both because you never know. One of them's probably scratched up more than the other. So I'm always on eBay digging for 70s soul lots. I love 70s soul. I can't explain it. I agree with you. There's something about soul music from the 70s or like 70s, 80s, just that type of music. Like it's not soul, but pretty close is Cool and the Gang, Fresh. I listen to that. And it's like, it could be huge today. Like there's stuff back then that still has, I don't know, it carried through the years. Like there's something about it. Kim Carnes, Barking at Airplanes. This one, Crazy in the Night, is her big song. Oh yeah, Abba Dabba Dango. I actually had forgotten about that one. And let me know if I'm like putting the records too far away from the camera. I tend to forget that this is where it is. But anyways, yeah, a couple good songs in here, but Oliver, Voice on the Radio. Oh, I do like that. You know what? I'm going to keep this one just in case because I do want to hear those songs, and once in a while they aren't available on Spotify or whatever. So how am I doing? Okay. So I'm getting rid of a bit more than half, probably 60%. The Cars, Heartbeat City. This is a very good album. You Must Be Mad. I would never toss away records. It could be Hot Intention. Yeah, like I'm not going to toss them like outright. I'm going to try to either sell them to a shop. The problem is I have these labels on them that don't come off. So if I try to get rid of the, like, I don't know. I'm going to hope they'll take them with the labels, but they're really, really tough to remove. I tried a heat gun. I tried a hair dryer. I tried the what is that? The liquid there, a Goo Gone or whatever. And that actually ended up making a huge mess because the bottle, I don't know, the bottle just disintegrated for some reason. But yeah, and you're right. Like I may regret these, and that's what I've been thinking. Like in 10 years, it may be a huge deal, but I need the space. So that's basically the reason I'm getting rid of these. And got to go get some dinner. Check out the rest of your stream later. Okay, thank you very much. This World Needs a Hero. It's always nice seeing you. Yeah, it's great to see you here. Thanks for dropping by. And have a good dinner. Heartbeat City. Okay, The Cars. So this one I did listen to a lot, but I can hear these songs. This one I'm hesitating a little bit. Where's the track list on here? It's like there's no... They just figured, oh, okay, well, you'll know us. Okay, well, I guess on the lyrics sheet we can sort of tell. But Hello Again, great song. Magic, great song. Stranger Eyes. These are all good songs, actually. You know what? I'm going to keep this one. See, I don't listen to them. That's the thing. Like, I don't... That's what I was mentioning at the beginning. Like, I use my turntables for mixing and for DJ sets and stuff, but I don't... Like, I very rarely sit there and listen to... Why doesn't it fit in here? I don't generally listen to my records, so maybe I should. Like, that's the thing, but yeah, I think I'll be able. Why doesn't this work? Am I in the wrong pocket? No. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. I think we're going to keep that one. This one I won't leave on too long because it could get the stream taken down. It's a little Yeah, she's not wearing enough clothes. Like this, I don't even know what... This is Rick Ocasek. It's basically the Cars, but none of these songs. Like, I don't know any of these. Do you guys know these? Let's Go, Since I Held You, It's All I Can Do, Double Life, Shooby Doo, Candio. Yeah, I definitely won't be listening to that one. Okay, this is French Quebec music. You know what? I'm going to keep this one. The song Petroleum, if you ever hear it. Actually, this one's sort of in English because it's the lyrics go, gimme, gimme some petroleum. But I think I'm going to keep this one. This one I got signed. I won from a radio station, and I was so excited, and I listened to it. It's not my kind of music. But if you're really into synths and stuff, you may know this guy, the Lou Champagne System. And anyway, thanks, Luke. Lou Champagne. I'm going to keep it because it's autographed. But every few years I try listening to this again, and I can't really get into it. But it's pretty cool because I don't think a lot of people would have this right. Let's check on Discogs real quickly because I'm curious about this one. What's it called? No Visible Means? System, no visible. Like, I wouldn't sell it anyways because it's autographed, but why is it so slow? Okay, there we go. Is this even okay, I'll try it. Okay, here we go. Oh, 8 copies from $21. So this is actually worth a little bit of money. Autographed probably even more, though it's autographed with my name on it. But anyways, okay. That's anyways, I'm keeping this one. Okay. Cheech and Chong. This has the best Cheech and Chong skit ever. Dave, if you guys have never heard that, just leave right now and then come back, okay? But go listen to that if you can find it. It's so funny. And I was like a young kid. I didn't even understand what it was, like when he was saying that he had the stuff and stuff. But I found it so funny. I still find it really funny. So, okay, so we're going from like rock stuff, and Lou Champagne was some sort of synthy stuff, to the Chipmunks. That's our next one here. The Chipmunks. And actually, I'm going to keep this one. It's got, including the smash hit Beat It. I'm going to keep this one because it's got some interesting songs. And what I like to do with this one is like to play it really, really slowly so you can hear their actual voices. And now, like, we have the technology now. And actually with stem separate, because I went online to try to figure out, like, to hear the actual voices to see if I wanted to keep this one because I remembered having it. And we have the technology. Like, a lot of people just pitch down the whole track or whatever. But with stem separation, like, we can do it where you bring down the voice and you leave the rest of the track as is. But yeah, no, I'm going to keep this one. Trying to see how big see, now we're about half and half. I'm keeping half of these. I don't want to be keeping half of these. Bruce Cockburn. This was a Canadian artist, really popular in the 80s. I don't need that one. Okay, so we're going to go with Phil Collins now. No Jacket Required. This has... I need to find a better system to put these... Only You and I Know. See, these aren't huge. One More Night was a huge track. And Don't Lose My Number was big too. And maybe Take Me Home. I'm not sure. But anyways, I don't remember ever listening to it. So we're going to get rid of it. This one, this is an interesting one. And I don't even know why it's in here. Probably because it's a slower song. So I couldn't really use it for DJ sets. But this is an interesting one because it's the maxi singles are remixes, so it's basically DJ remixes, but of Against All Odds, which is a slow song. So you don't usually have remixes of slow songs. And I just want to see like the time on here. I don't even see it, but oh yeah, 3:23. So that's just a normal one in the search. So why is this even? They say maxi single, but it's just the regular. It's just the regular version. I'm still gonna keep it, but yeah, that's weird because it's not even a remix or anything. Commodores, all the great hits, and there's some good songs on here, but I've actually never played this record. Lady, You Bring Me Up, 3 Times the Lady, but I can hear these on Spotify or something. This is a Canadian band, Corbeau, and oh, this is just like 4 tracks. So it's basically a 12-inch single, but yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. Okay, Bill Cosby. This one was actually funny, and this was the record's not even. Oh yeah, here it is. It's so scratched. Can you guys see this? Anyways, this was a before he was no longer popular, but for obvious reasons. But Sneakers was a really funny skit, so be good for scratching, but I don't think I'd use that again. I don't know. Yeah. Coup de Cœur is basically, this was a bunch of Quebec bands together that you guys wouldn't know, but they had done this. I think it's an album. Oh no, it's actually just a song that they all got together and did a song. But anyways, I'm gonna keep that. I wonder if those things are worth anything as well. Let's see. Is it Coup de Cœur? Coup de Cœur. Oh, there's an extra letter. Okay. Let's see this one. Oh, there it is here. And there we go. 6 copies, $3 each. That's the thing. Like all of the ones that I'm keeping, I could just throw anyways, I could just get rid of. And if I really miss it, buy them again. So I don't know. I may do another scan through. Okay. Cherry Lips Culture Beat. I liked one of their songs, but I never really used this one. I don't know. I'll probably listen to it and see if I want to get rid of it. Heavy D and the Boys. Like an album from Heavy D and the Boys isn't that useful for me. Like the 12-inch mixes are good, but yeah, we can get rid of that one. Roger Daltrey. Wow, this picture, huh? Hearts of Fire. Price of Love. I wrote that it skips. Where's this? Oh, promotional copy. I don't know if I got this when I worked at the radio station, but Take Me Home, Hearts of Fire. Yeah, I'm not going to be listening to any of these. This song I looked for like 10, 15 years, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I finally did. I bought this record. And then the other day, my niece, I can't remember what movie she was talking about that, yeah, F.R. David words, and she starts talking about it, or when I was searching, it came up as being in some big movie. Let's just see here. F.R. David words. See, it doesn't say which movie, but anyways, what movie? Call Me By Your Name soundtrack. I think that's what it was that she was talking about. But anyways, I was surprised that she knew this track because I thought I was the only one who knew it. Like they played it on the radio back then, but anyways, I'm going to keep that. Chris the Berg, The Getaway. I really liked this record back in the day, but I Can Ship to Shore was the one I really liked. But will I listen to this one ever this way? No. I'll listen to it on a streaming service, Best Moves. I don't even know. Oh, The Traveler. I remember that's... There's some good songs in here, but... Yeah, I'm not going to be listening to those, I don't think. This one is French, Quebec French music that you guys definitely wouldn't know. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to keep that one. Duran Duran, huge band in the 80s, but, and this has like The Reflex, New Moon on Monday, Union of the Snake. Yeah, anyways, bunch of good stuff on there, but I'm not going to listen to it on vinyl. Bob Dylan. Okay, he's another one that I'm not a huge fan of. Like the Beatles are one of them. And I mean, he's got some good music. And he's talented, but I don't know. I just find, yeah, it's not my favorite music to listen to, but Tight Connection to My Heart. I had actually forgotten about that song. And yeah, I'm going to listen to that song at some point. That was a good song. But yeah, I'm not going to keep that. This one is cute because it's for my mom that passed away like over 20 years ago. And this was her boyfriend, I guess, had given it to her. Remember Me. Anyways, that's sweet. So I keep that. The Eagles, One of These Nights. It's a good album too. But yeah, keep that one. That's sweet. And 8 Seconds. This was a band from my city in Ottawa. And yeah, these guys were good. Kiss You When It's Dangerous was one of their big tracks. You wouldn't know it, like outside of Canada, you probably wouldn't have heard of it, but yeah, this was a good band. I'm going to keep this. ELO's Greatest Hits. ELO was a huge band, but yeah, I'm not going to be listening to that. Escape Club. This is another remix. That should probably be with my DJ records. But it probably didn't really mix in with a lot of stuff. Like, that's the thing with, yeah, it didn't match, but anyways, keep that one. John Farnham, You're the Voice is the only one I really know from him. It's a good song, but I'm not going to listen to that one. Okay, I don't want the box to fall. The Eurythmics, Touch. This is a pretty big album, actually. Here Comes the Rain Again, Right by Your Side, Who's That Girl, Paint a Rumor. So some big songs on here, but I'm not going to listen to it on vinyl. Flashdance. I love this album. Like the soundtrack for this movie. I'm actually going to keep that one. I didn't think I'd get through that many. May be able to get to the second box after all. Fleetwood Mac, Greatest Hits. I did not know I had this. I don't know most of these songs. Little Lies I know, but... Oh, Dreams I know. Oh, sorry. I should be showing you here. I don't even know if you guys can see it if there's too much reflection, but anyways. Yeah, we're not going to keep that one. Do all these have the labels on them? Some of these don't have the labels. That could be good, because that means I can take them to the record shop and see if they can do something. Okay, Footloose. Some really good music on here. I'm actually going to keep this one. Foreigner. This, I think, was their biggest album. It doesn't even have the track list. Oh, yeah, it does. Way at the top here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like... Do I have a... Okay, I'm just trying to see if I can focus it a little bit better, but you really can't tell very well, so... okay, so... Anyways, I'm not going to be listening to these, so... Samantha Fox. This one looks like it was Left Out in the Rain. Great album, but yeah. Okay, this guy looks very odd. He sounds very odd, but there's one song on here that I just love, and I can't find it anywhere. Like, it's not on Actually, no, I think I found it on YouTube finally last time, but it was really tough to find. Waikiki Beach is a. Anyways, that was a good song. I'm gonna keep that one. Peter Gabriel, so some great music on here. Basically, all of his big tracks, or pretty well all of them. I think I'll keep that one. Eddie Grant, Killer on the Rampage. I remember when this came out, like they say, I'm assuming it's like 86 or something. 82. So maybe a little bit later when it got really popular, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing Electric Avenue. Like you'd go to the fair and you know how like all the rides have their own music? There'd be like 7 of like 8 rides would be playing that song. You'd go out, you'd be hearing like everywhere you went, you would hear that song. But anyways, there's some good stuff on there. I'm going to keep that one. The Grease soundtrack. If you're, oops, oh no. If you're into that, it might be oh wow. Hold on a sec here. Okay, sorry, hit the. Okay. Yeah, Grease soundtrack. Oh, double album too. I'm not going to be. Actually, no, this would be good for scratching though, but. Summer Nights. Yeah, actually, I may have to keep this one. It'd be good for scratching into a DJ set, like a couple little samples. Great White, which is sort of popish, not heavy metal, but like heavy rock, but soft heavy rock, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not going to be listening to that. Hall & Oates. I'm not sure if this is an album or Big Bad Boom. I think this is an album. Going through the motions. Do I want this? Okay, this is going to go in the maybe pile. I may get rid of it later, but Corey Hart, Canadian artist. You guys probably know him. It's Sunglasses at Night. That my mom used to always say that my cousin looked exactly like him. Okay. Yeah, we're going to keep that one. Heart. There's some good songs. Like, there are a bunch of good songs on here, but I can hear them. Otherwise, this was one of my mom's records, Dan Hill. Longer Fuse. Big track, Sometimes When We Touch. I keep this one. This is a good record. Honeymoon Suite. I met these people. I always joke around. I say I met them the week they were popular because they were like really popular for a short amount of time. But yeah, I worked at a TV station and they came in for an interview. And basically, I'd love to say like the story was, yeah, we chatted for a while, but it was basically like they were sitting there backstage because it was like I worked for a TV station and I was a tour guide for the control room. So when people went to the fair, you could go into the control room and see how things are while they weren't doing the news. So they were there for the newscast. And I remember walking back there. I'm like, oh, that's Honeymoon Suite. I'm like, hey. And they're like, hey. And that was it. So anyways. All right, I'm going to keep that one. Hoodoo Gurus. You probably have never heard of this band, and you probably never will. But I sort of remember this being not a bad song. So I'm going to keep that one. Bruce Hornsby in the Range, The Way It Is. You probably know that song. Yeah, I don't need the vinyl for this. Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. Again, it's got the M, so I talked to my cousin, see if he wants these back. But yeah. I remember working as a DJ. I actually did a TikTok video about this, but yeah, I was working as a DJ, and this club basically ended up switching from being a little rough. Like it was heavier rock they played and stuff, and then they wanted to get rid of some of the rougher crowd, so they decided to switch it to like popular music club, like dance club or whatever pop music was. It was big, so Janet Jackson, that type of thing. And I was the unlucky guy who went in there like right as a transition was happening. So the people coming to that restaurant club thing, restaurant basically, like they would come in and want like that older music, that heavier music, and I wasn't allowed to play any of that heavier music. And then some guy was like, "Hey, can you play Aerosmith?" And I'm like, "No, I can't, man." And he's like, "Oh, come on, can you please play it?" "No, I can't." He says, "I'll give you $50 for it." And I'm like, $50? I actually hesitated because I wasn't even making $50 for the night. And I was like, instead of taking the $50, just go and listen. Like, you probably have the tape in your car or whatever. Go listen to it and come back. But he really wanted to hear Aerosmith. And I had to play this kind of stuff, which I preferred playing this kind of stuff anyways. But I just remember I had started with Janet Jackson, and then I had to like to get people going, and it did get people going, but then I was like running out of stuff, so I think I had to play this a second time. But anyways, which you don't usually do, but once in a while you can sneak it through. Rhythm Nation, yeah, this is a good album. Okay, I'm gonna keep this one. I think I may get rid of it later. If you're into synthesizers, you'll know this for sure. Jean-Michel Jarre, Equinox, and I should check if this one's worth anything. Will I listen to it on vinyl? Oh, maybe though. Okay, I'm gonna keep that one. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and it looks like it's autographed here, but it's not. This is just like part of the record. But this is a really good album. And actually, her lesser known songs are my favorites. Like Crimson and Clover is probably my favorite. Love Is Pain. YouTube. These are all of the tracks on here I love, and there were only like 2 or 3 that were popular, maybe even 1 or 2. But here we go. But I Love Rock and Roll obviously was a big one, and most of these songs never made it, but I loved all of these. Jive Bunny, I actually forgot I had this. This was they basically took a bunch of, I guess, like 30s 40s songs, like swing music and whatever, and they turn it into like this mega mix. It's actually a very good mix. And then there's a Glenn Miller medley. So yeah, I don't know, it's this good record. Actually, it should be with my other records. Okay, Billy. Oh, I didn't know I had 2 of these. Glass Houses. And it's funny because you've got this, like you've got him about to throw a rock, and the first thing you hear on this record is like the You May Be Right, and it starts with the glass breaking, and it's one of those songs that if you were to like hear it on the radio, you'd freak out because you're like, what is this going on in my car? But yeah, I may keep. I didn't know I had 2 of these, and one of these is possibly in very good shape. Wow, $1.99. That was really cheap. What do I do with this one? This is a tough one. I actually really like. Yeah, I could see myself listen to this. Okay, I'm gonna keep. I'm keeping too many though. 52nd Street, again, Billy Joel. And I'm okay with getting rid of. Elton John, Too Low for Zero. This is actually a really good album. Or a good song. I don't know what else is on here. Cold as Christmas, that's a great song. Too Low for Zero, I have it as 138. That should be actually with my other DJ records. Okay. Howard Jones. Oh, these aren't like... Yeah, these are not his well-known songs. I guess I don't even know this album, really. So, yeah. We're going to get rid of this one. This one is the one that has some great songs on it, and the No One Is to Blame is a different version than what's on, like, what you'll hear most of the time. So I'm going to keep this one for sure. Katrina and the Waves. You guys probably know this one, Walking on Sunshine. Yeah. Don't need that one. Okay, Walking on Sunshine mix. The remix. I'm going to keep that one, I think. Yeah, I'll keep that one. And another Katrina and the Waves. I guess I was really into their music. Red Wine and Whiskey. I like that song. Going Down to Liverpool is a good... You know what? These are... Actually, I'm going to keep this one. I wasn't expecting that. Sherry Keen. I looked for this online for years, and it was really tough. Now I think you can find it. Her music's a little odd, but Mixed Emotions is a song that I really like. It's weird, but really interesting. If you want to discover something different tonight, go look for Sherry Keen music. Okay, so this is The Kinks and Lola, which, you know, I mentioned earlier that I don't like live music, but this one, Lola Live, I think I remember it being, like, I remember liking this a lot. Father Christmas is on here. I'm going to keep this, and I may keep this one as well. I'm not like a huge fan of theirs, but yeah, I think I'm going to keep those. Okay, so this box is done. I want to see which ones I'm keeping. I'm guessing it's about half. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. I'm guessing it's about half and half. So I'm going to put the ones that I'm keeping in here. So we're going to reorganize these two boxes. Where this will be the keeps, and the ones I get rid of, we'll throw in the other box that we're about to do. But I don't want to keep this many, so I have to do a secondary sort, I guess, at some point, because how many are in here? Well, it's not so bad, but it's about half. Okay, so we're gonna. I'm sorry if the camera keeps shaking around, but we're gonna take this one down. Okay, this will be a little bit of a mess for a sec. Oh. These are heavy. Okay. Oh. Holy smoke, hold on. Okay. It's so heavy. Like, they're more, like, milk crates are already really heavy. But these are, I think they're like 1.5 milk crates. I think they're like 12 by 18 boxes. So, I'm out of breath now. All right. So, I want to hit the camera. Okay. We're going to go through. This is another Quebec. I wonder if I can, I'm going to raise this just a little bit. Maybe you guys can see a little bit better. Okay. Quebec band, Léopold Nord-et-vous, which is a play on words. If, like, you likely don't speak French. So, Pôle Nord is like North Pole. So, they sort of called himself Léopold Nord. And Vous said, anyways, this is a really good song. Yeah, very good song. I'm going to keep this for sure. Bob and Doug McKenzie. Okay, so if you guys know Canadian lore, I guess. I've never used that word before, but g'day, you hosers. Anyways, this is... There's one song on here that I know of. I don't know if it's Rush singing it or like the guy from Rush, but it's The Great White North or whatever. But the 12 Days of Christmas is actually really funny on here. I might keep this, actually. Let's see if this is worth... I doubt it's worth anything, but let's see just in case. I'm trying not to hit the camera. I have this weird setup here, but Doug, this is Bob and Doug McKenzie. And McKenzie. I don't know why this is so slow. Like, my internet should be fast, even if we're streaming. Like, anyways. Okay, well, let's just choose one of these. It's tough to tell which is which. Oh, there we go. 212 copies, $1.57. So yeah, I don't have to worry too much if ever I do get rid of this, but I don't know. We'll keep it and decide later. Leo is French music. I believe it's Quebec French music, but I'm going to keep this one. Nick Lowe. This is like getting into almost country music. It's like pop music, but I Knew the Bride When She Used to Rock and Roll was very, I guess they do call it, oh, sorry. I should be switching the camera. They do call it, yeah, okay, hold on. So we had this one that we missed, so, and I decided to keep. Yeah, Nick Lowe, I Knew the Bride. This is a good song, but yeah, I don't need it. This is contains that they call it the Forbidden Riff. I don't know. Do people actually get kicked out of Guitar Center for playing it? People keep doing videos and like they're joking around, but anyways, it's got Stairway to Heaven, which is apparently, if you play it at in guitar shops, they're so tired of hearing it that they will kick you out. The reason I have this was when I was a DJ. It's weird because like every area, the high school dances in each area were different. Like there were things that they do in one city as opposed to another one. And in our city, Stairway to Heaven was the last song. And I remember researching it, and I guess like Ottawa, Toronto, around there was like that, but I don't think it was a thing everywhere. It may have been, but and it was a weird song as the last track, because if you know Stairway to Heaven, it starts out really slow and it gets really fast. So this is weird. So you'd be slow dancing, but you knew it was your last chance. Like, so if there was a girl that you wanted to ask to dance the whole night, like this was your last chance. As soon as you heard the beginning of Stairway to Heaven, you were like, this is my last chance. And it was a long song, so it was sort of nice. But first of all, yeah, so you'd slow dance, and all of a sudden there's that fast part. So it's sort of weird to dance a slow dance in that fast part. And then depending on the school, they'd start to turn the lights on like before the song was even done. But anyways, Stairway to Heaven was like the last song that they would play at our high school dances. Ziggy Marley, Melody Make. I think I remember one song on here that I loved, and I can't remember which one it is. Maybe it's Look Who's Dancing. There's some good stuff on here. Okay, I think I'll keep this one. I may get rid of it later. Nuance is actually a band, a French-Canadian band, like a Quebec band from basically just across the river from where I live. This was, oh, there we go. That's the cover. This was good music. I'm going to keep that. Olivia Newton-John. You guys might know that. Heart Attack was a big track. Magic Physical. This whole side of the album was amazing. And then the other one was pretty good too. I may keep that, but I may get rid of it later. Again, Olivia Newton-John, her greatest hits. I don't know though. Her greatest hits, like all those songs that were on the other one were her popular ones. I don't recognize any of these. I Honestly Love You is a bigger one, but anyways, I don't consider that her greatest hits. But 5 Miles. Okay, Mike Oldfield. So we're getting into some synth type music. So 5 Miles Out, I think Family Man, which is a song I really like. I may keep this one, but I may get rid of it later. Christ, this album they would play on the radio, and there were 3 songs they played, and they always played the same 3 in the same order. And it always fascinated me of like how they could get, because there's one song they play Mistake, For an Affair, and Moonlight Shadow, but For an Affair is this weird song. If you ever hear it, go listen to it and think, okay, I'm working, excuse me, in a radio station, and now like you've got timers, you've got all that stuff, but you didn't back then. And play that song and try to figure out like when it ends, you have to start the next one. It's almost impossible because it's like for an affair. Na, 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 na. It goes and then it seems like it's going to end, and then it goes again, and it seems like it's going to end, and then it goes again. And it does that over and over and over, and then all of a sudden it just ends foreign, like in the middle of a sentence. So, anyways, it always fascinated me how they were able to do that, and then like start the other song right on time. And I never got a chance to ask, and I worked in radio, and I wasn't able, like, I still wasn't able to figure out how they did it. But anyways, I like that music. I'm gonna keep that. This one here, To France, is the only good song. Again, it's Mike Oldfield. So if you don't know his music, it's actually interesting music. Like, first of all, it's very synth based, but he has like, I don't know if it's always the same vocalist, but the vocalist he has, like the girl he has sing, is amazing. And there's like a lot of variety in his music. Like, it's not all the same. So for years I thought it was Michael Fields because I would always hear it on the radio. But anyways, that's very good music. I highly recommend that one if you're looking for some new stuff to listen to. Especially Crises, the green one I was showing you. That's where most of the good music is. This one is actually autographed. Parachute Club was a Canadian band. And I like this, where they've got their names and one of them's like, hiya, with a heart. I think I'd won this from TV. I don't know why, but I think I'd won this from like a TV show on CBC in Canada or something. But anyways, definitely going to keep that. It's autographed. And this was like a big band. Like Parachute Club in Canada was huge. Like you probably wouldn't have heard them outside of it. But and then this one is them again. At the Feet of the Moon was a big song. But I don't know. I may keep that one as well. No, I'm not doing very well. Boss Pal 2 is a kids show. Yeah. In the 80s. It's weird because for us, it was just, we'd listen to it. It played at 6 o'clock every day. And we had something in Canada called Polka Dot Door at 6:30 in English. So people would watch this and watch the other one. And but I learned later that people had fights in their houses because the kids wanted to watch Boss Pal 2 and the parents wanted to watch the news because it was all at 6 p.m. Like now you have news at 5:30, at 6, at 11, at 6:30. They started again, whatever. But yeah. So anyways, this was... it's a weird album to... Oh, I'm going to keep this for sure. I think this could be interesting. Even just for scratching into DJ mix or something. Okay. Pointer Sisters. Breakout. Jump for My Love. Automatic. I'm So Excited. Neutron Dance. Like basically all their songs are on here. Well, actually those are probably their four. They're four big songs. Okay, I'll keep that one. I feel like I'm not getting rid of very many, but Twice My Age, Crystal and Shabba Ranks. This was a big song, but I'm not sure why it's over here and it's not with other... I guess because it was like reggae type music and I didn't really mix a lot of it. I don't know. I feel like this should be with my DJ records. So, another Shabba Ranks one. Rap... Can you see this? Rapping with the Ladies. It's a very odd title. Telephone Love, Just Be Good to Me. Oh, okay. This could be a good record, but I've never listened to it, but maybe I should. Zachary Richard is actually a French artist, but from Louisiana. And for years, he'd be here like every year. They had a Franco-Ontarian festival, like for people in Ontario who speak French. And they always invited him, like they closed down the street and have a big street concert. Great music from this guy. And yeah, I'm definitely going to keep this one. El Cabezare is a comedy group that they were actually really funny. And the thing is with this album, I'm definitely going to keep it because they had it on Spotify for a while and then they started to remove. And I figure like there was something here. I don't know if you guys can see something James Bond related. I don't know if it's called something James Bond or it's just... Anyways, there was something in here that had a James Bond sample. And so that one was removed, and a bunch of other ones were removed. So yeah, you can't hear most of the stuff online anymore. So definitely going to keep that. Another album from them, this weird cover. Yeah, going to keep that for sure. Okay, this is where it gets embarrassing because I don't usually listen to country music, but one song from this guy, Keep It Between the Lines. Where is it? Keep It Between the Lines, this last one. I just love this song. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely keep that. Sheriff. When I'm With You. Like, these were big songs, but I can do without having this on vinyl. We're going to get rid of that one. Simple Minds. This, I think, is a mix. Yeah, it's a remix for Don't You Forget About Me. So it's got the extended version. This is just the regular one. And, okay, I'm going to keep that one. I'm wondering why this isn't with my DJ records, though. I guess because it didn't really mix in with other stuff. Like, it's not... It's dance music, like it's dancey and it's a remix, but okay, this one actually, I feel like this is rare, but we're gonna look and it probably isn't. But this was like way at the beginning of, I don't know if they used a vocoder on here or whatever, but if you ever search this Meta, and the band is called Supia, it's actually Norman Brathwaite, who's a very well-known actor, musician, whatever, and in Quebec. But he did this track, and like, I've never seen this record. I've never heard anything about this record after, but I love this song. Let's find out if it's worth anything. Meta Super. Oh, I thought I'd gotten rid of that. Have to lean over, but okay. I'm gonna go with the first one. I'm assuming. Oh, 21 copies from $1.34. Okay, this is not worth anything, but oh, I just realized I pressed the wrong scene over here. But okay, let's get back to here. So, anyways, nothing exciting here apparently, but I'm definitely keeping this. Okay, this album this has been worth, if you've been here and watching me go through all these, this one is going to make everything worth it. Check this album. I actually have two versions of this. I have another one that's, the cover's red. This is the most fantastic album I've ever seen. Look at this. It's got like, it just reflects, and I've never seen an album have stuff etched in there like this. So yeah, this is the most interesting album I have. And like I said, there's one with the red cover that's got the same type of thing. And I'm going to take them out one day and like compare the patterns, see if they're the same. But anyways, definitely keeping this one. Rick Springfield. Yeah, he was big in the 80s. Human Touch is a song I love, and most people don't even know it, but I'm going to keep this one. I'm keeping too many. Like, this is not good because I really... Anyways, see what we can do. Styx, my first concert I ever went to was this band right here. And yeah, I'm just going to keep that one. Twisted Sister, which this album is sort of funny because my mom was never one of those people that... that's a lot of people as they get older, they start to like only old music and they stop liking the new stuff. And my mom went and bought this, and some lady says, "Oh, are you getting that for your son?" And she's like, "No, I'm getting it for me." Anyway, so because she was into whatever music was popular at the time, whatever. This was like heavier music. It wasn't, a lot of parents didn't like it. Even if you ever see the video for I Wanna Rock, the guy's all mad because, you know, whatever. So anyways, this was a, I don't want to say heavy metal, like heavy rock music or whatever, but anyway, so we'll keep that one for now. And then Tracy Ullman. There's only really one song on here that, Yeah, they don't know, but I don't think I need this album. Okay, U2. We got a couple big bands here. U2, live under a Bloody Red. This is actually a really good album, even though, like I said earlier, I don't like live albums. I remember this being a very good album, so I'm gonna keep that one. Van Halen. This was their big album, 1984, with Jump and all that stuff. I don't even know why I'm keeping this, but I'm going to keep it. REO Speedwagon. I don't think I need this record. Like, that's good music, but yeah, don't need that one. Very Special Christmas. This I've never seen anywhere. It may be around online, but this was really interesting because it was a Christmas album, but it was popular artists doing music that's not like traditional Christmas music. Like, it was a little bit more modern as Christmas music, like the Pointer Sisters. There's a rap on here somewhere. Some of it is like Silent Night. It's just like traditional, but yeah, Run MC, Christmas in Hollis. So this, yeah, it was a little bit more modern as Christmas music, so it's a little bit easier to listen to sometimes. Keep that one. This one is one of those KTEL records I was mentioning earlier, and yeah, so they would have a compilation of a bunch of different bands. This one is actually a very good. Like, all of these songs are good. Like, I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, this is a good album. The problem with the KTEL records is they put so much music on it that the sound quality deteriorated, so it was like a little bit more quiet than most records are. Like, you didn't have the dynamics. You didn't like it was. Okay, breakdancing record. Is this the one? There we go. Yeah, I knew it was. This is the one with, it's got all of this map of like breakdancing moves. Elbows Law. Okay, so the mannequin. So it starts with, I don't know if you guys can see. But anyways, it's elbows locked. Anyways, it's got all the instructions on how to do the moves, which is really interesting. My friend and I don't know if I used this record or not, but my friend and I would go into his basement and I'd be the DJ. And his poor dad had like this fancy turntable. I'd be sitting there trying to scratch. I think I was with it. Anyways, I was the DJ playing the music, and then he'd be doing the breakdancing. And his dad was stuck watching us do a breakdancing concert. This here is a weird album to have, but I'm actually going to keep this because it's great for scratching into stuff. It's like this one has a map too of like the different exercises, but yeah, so this has like, it's got instructions, you know, like 1 more, 2 more, but that could be really interesting in a DJ set. This is interesting too, because wow, I can't believe I took the time to do this, and I don't even know how I did this. Now there are better ways to do it, but I didn't have that back then. But it's like, I've got the BPMs. So 160, 137, 99. It's all over the place too. 125, 127, 118, 126. So anyways, interesting. We're going to keep that one. The Police, Every Breath You Take, the singles. This one I have a feeling isn't going to be worth very much, but I'll still bring it over to the record shop and see just in case. Disco Dancing. So some disco music here. Love Is in the Air. I'm going to keep this one. This one good. I'm keeping too many. Disco Mania. I've never listened to this one, I think. Yeah, so Kung Fu Fighting. See, 1 hour of continuous play. Like, an hour is a long time on an album. So, like, look at all these tracks. So, I have a feeling the quality is really not ideal on here. But, hey, we never keep it. Another disco one, Disco Nights. Oh, there we go. They show you how to do some disco dancing. With weight on the right foot, extend left out. This is good information. If you go to dress up for as a disco person for Halloween, you can get all of your lessons. I'm gonna keep that one actually. Double Gold. This was another KTEL record, probably my favorite or one of my favorite ones. This one it's a double album. I guess that's why they call it Double Gold. really good music on here. Eye of the Tiger, 8675309. Yeah, so yeah, this is a good album. We're gonna keep this one. Electric North, which was, I mentioned it earlier, this was my first record I ever bought. And oh, see, I always thought, for years I thought that they misspelled Bryan Adams' name on here, and turns out they had it Bryan. I think I had always seen Brian as Brian. I had a friend called Brian when I was growing up, so I had figured they had misspelled his name, but it actually was spelled correctly. This is all Canadian music, but some really good music in here. So keep that. Hit Explosion. These are good bands. I don't remember ever listening to this album. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. This is a tough one because I know I probably will never listen to it, but I'll keep it just in case. Hitline. So another double album here. Let's see what's on here. I've never listened to this, I don't think. There's country music. Actually, I think this is mostly country music. No, maybe not. There's okay, Burton Cummings, Break Into Them Gently, that's country. This Is It, Kenny Loggins. There's some, and then there's disco, Boogie Wonderland. And then Meatloaf. It's weird, like it's all over the place. Like, I guess it was just the popular stuff. My Sharona, that was like older. Anyways, interesting stuff, but I'm not going to listen to that. Hit News. I remember this being my record that I listened to all the time, and I would walk around. I think I had put this on a tape, and I would go around with Come On Feel the Noise from Quiet Riot, and I would walk around my little radio and play it really loud around the neighborhood. I'd be like, yeah, people are going to think I'm so cool. I'm this rocker. But yeah, there's some good songs on here. Hot Tracks, another KTEL. There's a lot of KTEL albums here. Our House Madness, which is a great song still. A bunch of good songs. I don't know if I'd listen to this. I don't know. I may keep this. Okay. Soundtrack for License to Drive. I don't even remember this movie or this record. Drive My Car for the Breakfast Club. The thing with these soundtracks is we have to be careful by getting rid of it, because if there's songs you like, a lot of the time they're not available anywhere else. And a lot of the time they don't end up getting licensed, so they don't end up on Spotify or whatever. But yeah, no, I think it's just Drive My Car by Breakfast Club that I'm curious about. I'm actually going to put it here to listen to at some point, but I'm probably going to get rid of it. Okay, I remember this album, and I had never realized that I don't think these are the actual artists. Do you really want to hurt me? It was Culture Club. Maneater was Hall & Oates, and these were, yeah. See, they never even say who it is. It was like they took all the popular songs, but they did their own versions of it, like sort of like almost a karaoke. Well, no, it was more than that. Like it sounded almost exactly the same. It's just eventually, when I got a little bit older, I could like tell the difference between the two. But yeah, these were. I'm gonna keep it because you probably can't hear that anywhere anymore. Rock 83. This may have been my sister's. Walking in LA. Yeah, there's some good songs on here. I'm gonna keep that one. Cherche that's a radio station in my city, and they did this album every year of their the big songs that were popular. And I actually have another one from them. I'm gonna put it here with the other one. See what I do with these. Star Collection again. Another KTEL. There's a lot of KTEL stuff in here. It was great. Like for KTEL stuff, the quality wasn't that great, but you don't notice that when you're 12 years old. But the thing with the KTEL records is you had all of the popular songs like all in one. Like, so it wasn't just the fact you didn't have to go buy them, but it was the fact you could throw it on and you didn't have to keep switching the records if you wanted to hear all of the popular ones. So it was almost like listening to the radio of like all of the popular songs at once. One Thing Leads to Another, The Fix. I still love that song. If you guys don't know that song, go listen to it right now. Pee Wee Herman soundtrack album. I don't know if there's anything. Oh yeah, I had used this. I have to find that tape at some point and play it for you guys, because my sister and I had done this song about the New Kids on the Block. I've talked about this on a stream before, I think, but we didn't like the New Kids on the Block, and they were really, really popular, and everybody loved them. So there'd be these protests, which was ridiculous. Like, who cares if they come to your city? But people have these protests. Oh, no New Kids on the Block, whatever. So we had sent it to a rock radio station who really didn't like New Kids on the Block, and they put us on the morning show. They put our song on there. They interviewed us. And I remember there was one thing I couldn't get on the tape because I didn't have enough tracks like the way I had recorded it. And so I had to do it live. So I would play the tape live on the radio, and then I had the record waiting for a sample of this, of him saying something. But anyways, I'll find that tape because it's actually really interesting. Like the song itself is actually not too bad, and the interview was interesting. So okay, Gold and Platinum. This is another, I don't know if this is KTEL or what, but it's like a compilation, and there's some really good music on here, but it's like less of the popular music and more, I want to say, grown up music. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you look at the artists like Suzanne Vega, Robbie Neville, Bruce Hornsby. Anyways, this was a good album, but I'm keeping too many of these. Like, out of the box and a half that I did, I've got about half a box. But anyways, Pretty in Pink soundtrack. There's some good stuff on here. Actually, there's the Smiths. Please, please, please let me get what I want that I really like. Yeah, Wouldn't It Be Good by Danny Hutton Hitters. I remember this version of it that was really good, and I don't know that it's that easy to find, so I'm going to keep that. Okay, we're getting to the end here because some of these at the back are just, yeah. I'm not going to be going through. Stars on Long Play. This is basically they would take all of these songs and redo their version of the song. So like here was actually, is this all? Okay, this is all Beatles songs. So it would take a bunch of Beatles songs. Oh yeah, there we go. It says Beatles here. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not a huge fan of the Beatles, but I remember this being really interesting because they would go through all the songs, like almost like 3 sentences from the song, like three lines from the song, and then they go to the next one. Like you can tell how many songs there are on here. And okay, here you can tell the time. 33 seconds of this, 14 seconds of that, 11 seconds of that. So and then I guess this was the part that I used the most when I was DJing, which had the Hard Day's Night, Things We Said Today, If I Fell, You Can't Do That, Please Please Me, I Want to Hold Your Hand. And then it would go into the Stars on 45, which is like this disco theme song for this. Anyways, I'm going to keep that sort of interesting. And then this is number 2, Stars on... Wow, I put so many notes. Can you guys see what the... Oh, mix with... What diddy? I don't know what that... Like, I would mix it and then mix with You Keep Me Hanging On. So I actually had written on here what I would mix it in and out. That's interesting. Okay, so anyways, whole bunch of songs. I don't know if you guys can see. I think it's a little bit out of focus, but I don't know if I can get it better. But anyways, Stars on 45 too. I'm going to keep that. Oh, I did not know that I had Stars on 45 3. So yeah, these songs aren't as good, but anyway. I keep 1 and 2. I might as well keep the third one. Star Tracks is another KTEL record. And, oh yeah, there's some good songs. Lies, Thompson Twins. I'd forgotten about that song. Midnight Blue from Louise Tucker is so relaxing. Great song here. Yeah, there's some good stuff. Always Something There to Remind Me. Naked Eyes. I love that song. Okay, there's some good stuff on there. Chart Hits is another KTEL record. Again, a bunch of popular songs that were popular at the time. It's funny because this song here, Telephone by Sheena Easton, I was looking for it for years. And I finally went to a record show a few years ago with one of my friends, and I found it and I bought the record, and then he's like, "Oh, let's play it. I've got my turntable downstairs." We went, we set it up, we turned it up. I played the song, and I was like, "Yeah, it's not as good as I remember." But anyways, it's still a good song, but I didn't love it as much as I did originally. Check this album. This looks like stuff you'd see in like stock photos now, but I don't think these were stock photos. Like, I think these are actual people, but my mom had a boyfriend that looked like him at one point. And his like big joke was going to the drive-thru and asking for a cheeseburger without cheese. And he thought it was so funny. I mean, it was pretty funny for me when I was like, I don't know, I was very young, but, but it's not really that funny. Not funny at all, actually. Okay. This guy, Wham, Mr. Mister. But anyways, this picture makes me laugh. Nothing's going to change. Like, I feel like I want to keep this just for this, but like, I'm never going to listen to this. I don't know. What do we do? I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm going to keep it, but we may get rid of it. Okay, Whitesnake. This has Here I Go Again, but it's got an interesting version of Here I Go Again. It's not the one that usually plays. I think this one's longer than what you have on the 436, but I think it's no, it's not longer. Now that I think about it, it's just different. Like, one of them is, there's one version that's really quiet and one version that's a little popular. Like, they did two versions of the song, and this is one of the versions, but it's not necessarily the version that was played the most. So I'm going to keep that because of that, because I don't know how easy it is to find that version. Paul Young. This was good music back then, but Every Time You Go Away. Like, am I going to listen to this on vinyl? Like, probably not. I'll get rid of it, but let me take it back. Fizzy Test Canad Scan. Okay, this was, this will be good actually for scratching. March 80. Well, I don't know why it has, this is weird. Like, it's the album and it's sealed. This is still sealed. Oh no, it's open. Oh, okay. These come out January 85, new office furniture. Okay, well, let's check out the prices. You know what? Like, we have good prices now, because if we look at this chair, just an operator's chair, we pay probably about $100 for this right now. And let me check something. What was that? 129? 129 in 1985 to now. Let's just see. Because I have a feeling it's 368. Okay, that's what I figured. I figured about like maybe 300. So this is 368 right now, but I mean, maybe the quality was better. Like, there's that too, but it seems like, I don't know. It seems like this was expensive. But yeah, I don't know, like, the prices for these things. But anyways, I don't know why that's in there. But anyways, this was some album that has instructions on exercising or whatever. So, okay, so I have a note here that says newer, and then these are all like newer records that I'm gonna have to go through and listen to, because most of them are like 12-inch mixes of like unknown stuff. So I'm gonna have to go through these and listen to these and see if I want to keep these. Okay, so I don't know if I can. Okay, it's a little bit of a mess, but let's see if I can show you what we've got so far. I'm trying to move this over. Do I just remove the camera? I don't have a quick release. This is just a temporary tripod, but okay. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a mess. These are the ones we're getting rid of. So, let's see if we can figure out the pile. There's quite a few. Like, Yeah, and then these are the ones I'm going to keep, plus the other ones we're going to keep. Okay, I'm going to try to fit all the ones we're going to keep into one box. Yeah, you can't really tell, but there's quite a few over here. I don't know. I don't know if this was successful or not, but yeah. So that's what we have for these records, and yeah. I just want to thank you guys for being here. I know it's not like my normal stream that I do. I don't know if it's even interesting for you guys. Hopefully it was, and we were able to discover a little bit some new music and stuff. And I don't know if, I guess half a box is still pretty good, but I think I'm gonna have to do a secondary sort and get rid of a little bit more, because yeah, I want all of these 2 boxes to take up about like this much. So I need to get rid of more of those. So anyways, that's what we have for tonight, I think. It's really hot in here. I'm going to go and, yeah, I think I'm going to play around with this. My friend lent me one of these today. Oh, and I'm glad this other camera worked. It didn't overheat. I check. No, it's not even that warm. Behringer, what is it? RD3 or something? Yeah, this. And then red. There we go. So you lent me one of these today, which is weird because if you look at this picture, this is a lot. It looks a lot fancier on the picture than the plastic that they actually use for the machine. But anyways, he lent me one of these, and I was playing around with it for a while because, oh, sorry, I realized I didn't have the there we go, this one here. So yeah, he lent me this, and at first I thought it was like the Ableton Move, where it had like built-in speakers, and nothing I did was doing anything, and I realized you actually have to plug in some headphones. It's basically a clone of the 303. And if you don't know what the 303 is, you've heard it for sure. It's sort of like this acid house bass sound. They say it's a bass machine, but like you can use it for bass, but people don't use it for bass. It has that. You'll know when you hear it. You'll know that's what it is. But anyways, I'm gonna play around with it. I may do a stream at one point of trying to do something interesting with it. But anyways, I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. Try to see if I can figure out. It's complicated to get going. I think I've got it now. This part I've got sorted out, where the distortion, so that part I've got sorted out. These are easy to sort out, so I had these sorted out earlier. This one with the patterns, it's complicated. There's one thing that's weird, is if you replace the patterns on it, I think you can't get the factory patterns back into it. There's some stuff you can do with the software, and I have to load up the software and see, but it's really annoying because once you clear the pattern and you do your own, then the original one is gone. So I find that a really weird thing for them to have, unless I'm missing something. I did a lot of research. If you guys have it and there's a way to do it, please let me know. I want to like reset it to factory settings and go from there. But yeah, it's there's something weird about it. So yeah, if there's any way to do it, please let me know, either in the comments or whatever. So, but anyway, so this pattern programming, that's the one that's more complicated. I think I've got it figured out now of like how it works, but it takes a while to start to understand like what it does. And a lot of people do say like it is tough to get started. So, but I think I understand it now, or a good part of it. There's stuff here that I still have to figure out. But anyways, I may do a stream with that in the next little while. And yeah, and I'm glad this new camera worked. I guess we can turn that off. We're not using that one anymore. But yeah, so I'll be doing more with this, and hopefully I can start to get through that big long list of videos that I've been wanting to do. So yeah, we'll be able to do some interesting videos in the next little while. So thanks for being here. Thank you so much for watching these streams, watching the videos, for the comments. I read every one of them. And yeah, I appreciate all of you that drop by on these streams. So I don't know. It's always a whole lot of fun to have some people to share the stuff with. So thanks for being there, and I will see you guys next time.